JDL, and today we're doing my first rebuild of NBA 2K24. We're doing the Golden State Warriors. Now, this team won the championship only 2 years ago. Last year, they lost in the second round of the playoffs, and this year, they've kind of looked like a mess. I think the main problems with this team is size and lack of inside scoring. Literally listed at 6'2", Stephen Curry, the point guard, is the best interior scorer on the team. This team has good defensive players in Draymond Green and Looney down low. Looney's a great rebounder. Looney is 6'9", Draymond is 6'6". When this team was absolutely dominating the league, the All-NBA first-team center was DeAndre Jordan. Now we have Jokic, Embiid, Giannis, and so many other great bigs. The era of winning a championship with a team like this is kind of over. Second problem with this team is Klay Thompson has the worst shot selection in the NBA, outside of Jordan Poole, who they already got rid of. So I think we got to get rid of Klay, beef up the interior. We want to keep Wiggins for that perimeter defense. This team definitely needs that. Chris Paul's been great shoring up their bench lineups, but he is 38. So let's see what we can do with some trades here. Got offered a couple interesting trades. Tobias Harris, straight up, another expiring contract. Middleton and Brook Lopez for Looney. I think this team would function better with a more like explosive dive big man than a spacing big man because we already have Steph and shooters even without Klay. Claxton and Ben Simmons for Klay and a first round pick. Theoretically, Ben Simmons would be great on this team, but I don't know, the guy just doesn't really shoot anymore. He's 76 overall now. I do like getting Claxton, and it lets me move off of Looney. This also gives me a bit more height at the center position. The problem with Claxton is he is skinny. I used to weigh more than Nick Claxton apparently weighs right now, so that's this man's getting pushed around. So the trade I like is Klay Thompson for Mitchell Robinson and Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier isn't expiring. Mitchell Robinson is on a 3-year contract, and he is getting paid pennies relative to how good he is. Size I need. I know he kind of got bodied a little bit in the Heat series, but we're probably not going to be playing the Heat. So after that Klay Thompson trade, we don't have a lot of shooting in the starting lineup because it's really just Curry and Wiggins. Jonathan Kuminga, I don't really feel like he's a part of the timeline right now. He doesn't really seem to fit too well into the Warriors system, but he does have value being so young, so athletic, such a dynamic driver. So in real life, the Raptors are like super reluctant to trade OG Anunoby. Obviously, he's been really good for them. He's kind of made all their lineups work. But the Raptors are one of the worst half-court offenses in the NBA, so Chris Paul would help alleviate that and help the growth of Scottie Barnes and also give them another young player to build around before OG Anunoby's contract expires. I think this is a good trade for us to get shooting, size, and defense at the 2 spot, which is kind of what Klay was in his prime. So now I have 4 really good defenders around Curry. I've got shooting, I've got athleticism. We traded Chris Paul, and I don't really trust Gary Payton to run the second unit now, so I do want to try to get some sort of a guard to pair with these guys. So Sarge, even though he's been good with the Warriors, here in real life, I feel like with the new guys I've brought in, I kind of want to get a proper guard to play with those guys. And that might be more difficult than I think. So I don't want to really give up Moody. He's one of our good young players, again, who has potential to grow. He's only a 75, so not too much to grow. Emmanuel Quickly. This is exactly what I was looking for. A guy I can really trust to run the second unit. Our starting lineup is Stephen Curry, OG Anunoby, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Mitchell Robinson. That is a disgustingly good starting lineup. We have defense, we have shooting. We don't quite have the interior scoring that I really wanted from that 4 spot, but let's see how the season goes there. Off the bench, I've got Quickly, Looney, Gary Payton, Boucher. I've got great interior defense. I don't have the greatest scoring, but at least Quickly can give us something there. Now, I did ship off both of our young players in Looney and Kuminga, so we're going kind of all in for these next 2 seasons. But Stephen Curry is balling. Man is probably going to be this good for another couple years, so I have a window. Let's go to November 10th, see how we start the season. W's, baby. 3 straight W's to start the year. A loss, a win, a loss. All right, we're 5-4. We're doing okay. We lost to Denver, one of the huge teams. Let's go to December 1st, see how we are. We're the number 1 seed. Denver does scare me, but we're scoring 124 points per game, and we're like a top 7 defense. Pistons have the number 1 defense and a 13-6 record. What the heck? Let's go another month and see what we look like. 24-8. Pretty good, man. That is still tops in the conference with the Lakers, Mavericks, and Nuggets right on our heels. After another month or so, we're down to 5th in offense, but we are up to 4th in defense. So honestly, I think the best version of this team is being a better defensive team. So let's go another month and see how we're doing. That Denver game on the 4th is going to be very telling, and we lose by 13. I'm a little afraid of Denver. I mean, the problem with Denver for us is we really don't have a way to guard Jokic. We're just going to have to outscore them. This Bucks game will also be interesting, and we clobber them. Okay. Nuggets are shook, bro. They're offering us a trade. If things weren't going so well, I would love this trade, but I can't do that. I don't know why Denver would offer this trade. That doesn't make sense for them, but also I'm winning, so I don't really want to switch things up. Team chemistry, 100% right now. I think we're going to just simulate the rest of the regular season and see how we are. at this point, it feels like we've built a pretty solid team. Yeah, we should end up in like the mid to high 50s wins wise, but you never know with 2K, right? When everything looks promising, it all falls apart. We've lost to the Mavs a couple times here. I'm a little concerned about like that Mavs matchup. We should be fine. Looks like we're gonna finish like 60 and 20, maybe 60 and 22, probably like 61 and 21 is my guess. My final guess for the record. 60 and 22, okay. Stephen Curry wins the MVP. My man averaged 36 points per game. So honestly, a pretty good season for Curry. I mean, 36, 5 and 5. Curry was also the clutch player of the year. Okay, so our boy is racking up hardware. We also got the coach of the year. We also got the executive of the year. Our second best scorer was Quickly. I mean, it makes sense. He was our sixth man on a unit with not a lot of scoring around him. So our first round draw is the Sacramento Kings. This is a team that the Warriors beat in the playoffs last year, although it was a very close series, and Sabonis was playing through an injury. Let's simulate the game one. They take game one. They beat us by 6 in Golden State. Can we take game two? No, they take game two. I feel like we're gonna be fine. We can win these games in Sacramento. Nope, they go up 3-1, 2-3. We're on the edge. 3-3. Here we go. It is a game 7. Oh my god, it's too close for comfort. We have the clutch player of the year. We cannot lose a game 7. I think we're gonna lose game 7. Oh, we take a late lead. They take it right back. We take it right back. Oh my, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. We are going to lose. So we lose in round 1 of the playoffs to the 8th seed, to a team that had to fight through the play-in. And this team not only had to fight through the play-in, this team lost their first play-in game. How did we lose to this team? Brother. What? Dude, the hardest round in the playoffs in NBA 2K has always been the first one. I also said we probably weren't gonna see the Heat. They made it to the finals, so I'm gonna take an L right there. And they won the championship. You know what, as a Heat fan, I'm happy about that, but I'll still take my L because I said I don't think I was gonna see them in the finals. Wow, the Thunder have the Thunder could be extra saucy here. And they don't get it. The Rockets get it via Brooklyn. The Thunder actually got just one of those picks. Okay, so we actually have no draft picks, and honestly, I don't really mind because I'm not gonna play anyone who's young anyway on this team, honestly. So bad news for us. Gary Payton wants to leave again. OG Anunoby also declined his player option. Obviously, we can survive losing Gary Payton. We can't really survive losing OG Anunoby. LeBron James declined his player option. It'd be hilarious if we brought LeBron in here. This is a stacked free agent class. LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and Paul George. Basically all the LA superstars. So we're gonna be offering OG Anunoby a pretty sizable contract here. And OG is agreeing to the contract, which is amazing for us. Also want to get Quickly under contract too. I feel like he's going to be our bench guy of the future. We're gonna offer him a pretty hefty deal as well. Manuel Quickly is signing a 5-year deal with us. Holy cow, why does Luke Kennard look like he's on cocaine, bro? Luke Kennard is scaring me right now. Okay, I don't want to sign you just because of the way you're looking at me, Luke. Damn, Klay Thompson has 0 contract offers. I feel like we moved off him at the right time. All right, so let's see what we can get for Draymond. He's down to an 80 overall. Still a really good defensive player, but his rebounding has declined. His physicals are not great, I guess. Yeah, let's move on from you, Dre. Ben Simmons is such an interesting one, and this Nets swap is actually how Houston got the first overall pick, so that actually could be a really juicy draft pick. This does hurt me, and I don't know. Ben Simmons, man. I feel like I need to get off the Ben Simmons train. It's driving me crazy. I don't know why I still entertain it. Ooh, Cam Johnson. This is an interesting one. This guy can shoot. I kind of like this trade because that draft pick could be really good. The Rockets just got the #1 overall pick from that Nets one. Losing Boucher is going to hurt, but honestly, I think the good news is I'm going to have this as ammo, and I'm going to have Ben Simmons as a trade piece. I feel like I can kind of afford to just not take the regular season super seriously. I mean, we literally lost as the 1 seed at home to a team that lost a play-in game. Like, we were clearly frauds last year. So I'm really torn between 2 trades. I've got Cameron Johnson and I've got this Ben Simmons with the pick. I think the pick is going to be so juicy that we have to do this one. We're doing a little bit of a detour. So we're going to be giving this a try. Curry, Anunoby, Wiggins, Simmons, Robinson. Could be bad. Could be good. The bench is not good. I know that, but luckily we're going to have ammo to trade. Let's go to Christmas. We don't have a Christmas game. NBA doesn't respect us. See how the team is rolling. On Christmas Eve, I was gifted an L. That's great. So we are 20-10. That makes, wow, the Houston Rockets are 22-9. Brooklyn Nets are the 7th seed. So I think it's time we use that draft pick for ammo because it's not going to be good. This is not going to be a good draft pick. We definitely took an L on that trade. But we are number 2 in the conference. We have a great point differential. We actually have a better point differential than the Rockets, so I'd actually bet on us to be better than them, but I still feel like we do need to make some upgrades to this team. I mean, we're doing pretty good in the Ben Simmons minutes. It's really our bench that's struggling. So how do we upgrade the bench without getting rid of Simmons? Yeah, so we have 2 young guys, Pajemski and Jackson Davis, on the bench. I mean, in real life, some of these guys have looked all right, but I mean, in 2K, they're so low rated. I don't really want them playing big minutes. Sacrifice the young men for the big boy. Bruce Brown. Really like that for our bench. He's on the Suns. I feel like he's a perfect player for the Suns. I don't know why they'd want to trade him. This is really going to upgrade my bench. Again, I'm kind of going all in on this current team that I've built, but I feel confident that we can win the championship this year, so I don't see the problem in going all in. So all of a sudden, our team is looking a lot stronger. Starting lineup is still Steph, OG Anunoby, Wiggins, Ben Simmons, and Mitchell Robinson, but our bench is now Quickly, Bruce Brown, Looney, and Usman Gubara. Looks like a happy guy. Honestly, I really like this. I've got good guards. I've got, kind of short bigs, but this is my bench lineup. I have good size in my starting lineup. So let's go to the trade deadline. I hope I don't have to make any more trades, but I like the way the team is constructed right now. I think we have a stronger bench than we did before. I think the starting lineup is still pretty solid. So let's see if we can overtake that 1 seed by the trade deadline. 34-16 at the trade deadline. Still the number 2 seed behind the Rockets. Still a much better point differential than them. So I do feel better about us than I do about them. Looking at the East, the Cavs are number 1. Is this going to be Warriors Cavs? Jesus, they are good. Oh, it's their normal lineup. Okay. They're okay. Yeah, I feel good about the team. I think we're going to win the championship this year. Last year, I don't know. I just hope we don't run into the Kings. And we lose to the Cavs, so a little finals preview there maybe. We're on a slide. We've just lost like 6 straight games, right as I decided not to change the team up. We lost to the Kings again too, which is not good. Back-to-back games against the Clippers, W's, beating the Timberwolves, beating the Mavericks. Jokic with an MVP. My man averaged 25, 11, and 10. That's pretty solid. Emmanuel quickly won 6-man for us. Steve Kerr was coach of the year again, and we did finish with the 1 seed, just as I predicted. 57 and 25 is pretty good. I was the executive of the year. Again, no Stephen Curry in the All-NBA first team, even though we're the 1st seed. That's kind of crazy. He's also not on the 2nd team. He is on the 3rd team. Wow. Steph averaged 32, 5 and 5 basically on amazing shooting. Why was he not All-NBA first team? Question mark. More scoring from Wiggins this year. So we have the Dallas Mavericks here in the 1st round. Obviously, we're dealing with Luka, Kyrie. They added Gordon Hayward, who's a player I actually want the Mavs to add in real life. They've got Grant Williams and Lively. This is a pretty damn good Mavericks team, but I think we should be able to beat them. Game plan, we put OG Anunoby on Luka Doncic and hope that he doesn't absolutely murder us in this series. Game 1 in Golden State, and we take it. We win by 3, though. That's not a very convincing win. We win game 2 by a lot more. Down in Dallas, we lose. Down in Dallas, we lose. Back in Golden State, we win. And oh my God, another game 7. Oh my God, I just want us to blow them out. Okay, so far, it's kind of a close game. It's literally tied. They're literally winning. Bro, why are we so bad at home in game 7? Guys, please, late lead. Yes, we win by 1! Curry, 11 of 28, 3 of 15. Steph, you gotta do better than that, brother. Jeez, man. And our reward for winning that series is a date with the Denver Nuggets, bro. Denver obviously has the MVP, Nikola Jokic. This is a team coming off 2 straight finals now. I am worried about this team, man. I really don't know how we're going to beat them. I'm just terrified of Jokic. But hey, they're the 4th seed. They're not the dominant team that they were. They do beat us in game 1 by 5. We come back and slaughter them in game 2, so we've got a series on our hand. We come and beat them in game 3. Oh, wow. Maybe this is our series. 3-1, 4-1. Oh, easy dubs. All right, now we've got the Pelicans. This is a team that I feel like we should be able to handle pretty easily here. Pelicans, obviously, they've got Zion. They've got Ingram, but I don't know, man. I'm not really afraid of McCollum. I'm not afraid of Donovan Clingan. The hell is Donovan Clingan? So we crushed them in game 1, crushed them in game 2, crushed them in game 3. And we crushed them in game 4. So we've got the Detroit Pistons. They upset the Cavs. So we're not dealing with the 1 seed Cavs. We catch a lucky break. We're going against the Pistons team. Got Cade Cunningham, a big physical guard. Could probably give Steph a lot of problems. Jaden Ivey's a bit undersized, so I think there's a natural switch for us there. Asar Thompson at the 3 is kind of fun matchup with Wiggins, Beef Stew and Simmons, and Duren and Mitchell Robinson. This is actually a big, strong, physical team. Jalen Duren's pretty solid. I know the Pistons kind of suck in real life, but he's been balling. This is an interesting matchup. I don't know if this is as easy for us as it may seem. We have by far in the way the best player, but man, they're beefy, they're solid. This could be a tough matchup for us. We actually take game 1 by quite a bit, though. Take game 2 by a lot, too. Wow, they are really struggling in this. They are really struggling to shoot. Kate Cunningham, 6 of 17. Jaden Ivey, 5 of 17. They're just not really getting enough shots for Duren. But, I mean, it's not like I've got a pushover down low. I've got Mitchell Robinson. The man is huge. Game 3. They take game 3. They beat us by a point in Detroit. Now we're headed back to Detroit again, and we go up 3-1. So we win! We win! All right, we did it! We have rebuilt the Warriors. Let's go. First championship, Stephen Curry, the MVP. What did it cost us? Pretty much our entire future. We traded literally every young player on the roster. We also traded a lot of our future draft picks, but it brought us a championship. Honestly, you could be bad for 6 years. If you win the title, it's worth it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace!